Country music star Charlie Daniels, steeped in the history of his beloved South, sees a disturbing parallel between modern liberals and the stiff-necked secessionists who preferred civil war to compromise. The pot is boiling and it's only a matter of time before there will be blood on the streets, Daniels wrote in an op-ed published on CNS News. Daniels noted that one cause of the Civil War was the just plain stubbornness and pride and the dogged determination that the South would not let itself be told what to do by the other half of the country. The point I'm trying to make is that the feelings festered so long and ran so deep that men whose fathers had stood shoulder to shoulder in the war for independence faced off across fields of battle and killed each other, he wrote. Brash young men on both sides, who had never fired a gun in anger, viewed a war as the pinnacle of romanticism, and implacable politicians refused to give an inch, he added. Then Daniels looked at 2017 America. Is this not the same attitude we see on the streets of America today? He wrote, I see young people interviewed on television who can't even articulate the reason they are protesting. Others bent on destruction who probably espouse no cause but chaos. Daniels said that instead of cooler heads prevailing, hotter heads keep getting hotter. The rhetoric is becoming hotter and more nonsensical, the radical element more apparent, the violence and destruction of property more commonplace. The pot is boiling and it's only a matter of time before there will be blood on the streets, he wrote. Daniels said there is a line protesters should not cross. Americans have the right to civil disobedience, a right to gather and demonstrate against some policy they feel is unfair or harmful to the country at large, but they do not have the right to interrupt commerce, break windows, burn cars or do bodily harm to those who disagree with them, he added. He issued a warning to people who won't listen to reason, who ignore the law of the land and who try to stifle the opinions of others that once one side in a dispute resorts to violence, the other side will do so eventually. Daniels wrote that should these conditions continue, someday soon the violent elements of both persuasions will find themselves on the same streets, and what will ensue will not be pretty. He finished by telling Americans, learn from history, or repeat it. What do you think? Scroll down to comment below. Western journalism contributed to this report. It's News Exposed signing off.